Sugar City Morning Show.
Morning Show. Muy buenos días, un gran gusto saludarles y Morning Show para hoy, el 15 de agosto. Hoy es miércoles y, y como el tiempo vuela, ya estamos a mediados del mes de agosto. Compañeros, es como si fuera un chiste en realidad, porque hace un par de semanas como si parecieran nada más un par de semanas, corrección, como si parecieran nada más un par de semanas. Pero en realidad estuvimos en julio, y así rapidito ya estamos mediados del mes de agosto. Bueno, todo eso depende qué ocupado estás y cómo estás vigilando el tiempo. Si estás vigilando el tiempo, va despacio y despacio y despacio. Pero no importa, compañeros, aquí estamos vivos y aunque no estemos tan saludables, pero estamos bastante agradecidos porque tenemos vida, tenemos salud y tenemos fuerzas para seguir adelante. Como siempre, vamos a empezar nuestro programa y bienvenidos al show, compañeros. Vamos a empezar nuestro programa con nuestra oración. Como siempre, dándole gracias a nuestro Creador, a nuestro Padre, a nuestro poder superior. Y les invito a unirse a esta oración. Padre, te doy las gracias, te damos las gracias por todas las bendiciones que nos das. Porque hoy permitiste un milagro más, que logré abrir mis ojos y vivir, sentir, comer, tomar, caminar, pensar, venir a mi trabajo, Padre, a trabajar dignamente y honestamente por mi dinero. Gracias, Padre, por esto. Te pido que nos continúes bendiciendo. Te pido, Padre, que nos protejas, que nos llenes con tu gracia, que nos perdones, porque somos unos pecadores, mentirosos, hipócritas. Padre, te pido también, como siempre, para aquellas personas que más lo necesitan, los ancianos, que tienen que trabajar por su dinerito, que tienen que salir a vender aguacates con sus cubetas, que tienen que salir a vender mangos y chiles. Ayúdalos, Padre. Que sus familias, si tienen, se preocupen por ellos. Por los niños, Padre, que andan por las calles con hambre, descalzos. También, Padre, te pido por los enfermos y las enfermas que están en hospitales o en sus casas. Te pido, Padre, por los que están en las cárceles, los que estamos todos pasando por un tiempo difícil, Padre. Ayúdanos, bendícenos, enséñanos el camino, danos tu fortaleza, Padre, para poder seguirte a ti y poder emprender un camino nuevo. Te bendecimos, te glorificamos, te adoramos siempre. Amén. Good morning if you've just joined us. It's exactly 8 minutes after 7 o'clock. A rather pleasant day here in Orange Walk. I mean, it could have been. I'm going to mirror somebody's comments and say it could have been. This could have been a morning in November. Could have been. Rather than. But I'm not telling you. It's going to be a warm August day. And I'm going to tell you that September sometimes can be even hotter than August. Even hotter. But nonetheless, October is just around the corner, and November is around the corner as well. And that's when we begin to get the little cold fronts and the little fritos. Pero vamos a ver, let's go to the general weather forecast for today. Tuesday, which is supposed to be, today is the 15th, and it says general situations. Relatively moist and unstable conditions prevail over our area. The 24-hour forecast. Cloudy, with sunny breaks today and cloudy at times tonight. Showers or thunderstorms will be generally isolated today, with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms mostly over southern areas tonight. The winds blowing from the east-southeast at 10 to 20 knots. The sea stayed choppy. Temperatures along the coast, 89 degrees Fahrenheit was a high, 81 degrees Fahrenheit as a low. Inland, we're going to go all the way up to 93 degrees as a max and 73 degrees as a low. In the hills, 81 degrees Fahrenheit and 68 degrees as a low. The outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday, is some cloudy spells with isolated showers or thunderstorms during tomorrow, Wednesday. Then a few showers or isolated thunderstorms mostly over the south and along some coastal areas Wednesday night. There will be a low tide this morning at 10:32, followed by a high tide this afternoon at 4:19, followed by a second low tide at 9:40 tonight, and the second high tide tomorrow morning at 4:10. The sun rose this morning at 5:36, and the sun sets today at 19 minutes after 6. The moon sets today at 12:42 p.m. and rises tomorrow morning at 12:28, 28 minutes after midnight. We want to thank forecaster Michael Gentle for this information. And just quickly, if we go over to the National Hurricane Center, because it's that time of year, ladies and gentlemen, we have GERT going up in the North Atlantic and posing no threat at all to anybody at this moment. And if you were to go into the 5-day graphical tropical weather outlook of the National Hurricane Center, you'd go like, wow, where'd it go on? There are two systems. One of them is poised to go above the Caribbean, in other words, into the area of the Bahamas, and it's not a storm. It's just very simply a cluster of thunderstorms, but with relatively low chances for development where it is and at the current time. And then there's another one almost in the middle of Africa, between Africa and the Caribbean Sea, that is poised to come into the Caribbean on Friday, and that shows that it may have more possibility of strengthening. Okay, during the next, it says, very simply, it's an elongated area of low pressure located more than 1,000 miles east of the Lesser Antilles and is producing disorganized showers. This system is expected to move westward at 15 to 20 miles across the tropical Atlantic Ocean, crossing into the Caribbean Sea on Friday. Environmental conditions appear somewhat supportive of tropical cyclone over the next few days, but should become less favorable once the system moves into the Caribbean Sea. Nothing to worry about at this moment. It has a very low chance of development, but we will keep following and keeping you informed about this because surprises happen. Okay. Buenos días. Este es el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, martes, el 15 de agosto. Buenos días si nos acabas de sintonizar, que indica que condiciones relativamente húmedas e inestables están controlando nuestro clima aquí en Belice. Bueno, dinos algo nuevo, porque en realidad todo el mes de agosto es relativamente inestable y húmeda. Para las siguientes 24 horas, nublado con periodos de sol hoy, durante el curso del día, nublado por momentos hoy por la noche. Vamos a tener unos chubascos, tormentas, pero generalmente aisladas, uno aquí, uno allá, y no duran mucho tiempo. Hoy durante el curso del día, algunos chubascos de tormentas aisladas en la noche, pero sobre el sur del país. Así que por la noche, hoy aquí en el norte, nublado sí, pero no se esperan chubascos. Durante el curso del día, hoy, posiblemente un chubasquito. A propósito, llovió hoy por la mañana temprano, lo cual es lo que mantuvo la mañana bastante fresca. Los vientos del este-sudeste de 10 a 20 nudos, el sol del mar agitado, temperaturas por la costa, una máxima de 89, una mínima de 81, en el interior una máxima de 93, una mínima de 73 y por las colinas una máxima de 81 y una mínima de 68 grados. Se espera que para mañana tengamos unos periodos de nubosidad con chubascos aislados y tormentas aisladas durante mañana miércoles. Entonces, algunos chubascos, tormentas aisladas esencialmente sobre el sur del país y por algunas áreas de la costa hoy, mañana por la noche. Las mareas, habrá una marea baja a las 10:32, una marea alta a las 4:19 hoy por la tarde. Luego una segunda marea baja a las 9:40 hoy por la noche. Y luego una segunda marea alta a las 4:10 mañana por la madrugada. El sol salió hoy a las 5:36 y el sol se oculta hoy a las 6:19. De igual forma, la luna se oculta a las 12:42 hoy por la tarde y sí, bueno, en realidad tiene moonsets, but 2 veces, pero en la luna sale de nuevo a las 12:28 mañana por la madrugada, después de la medianoche. Y le damos las gracias a Forecaster Michael Gentle. Y yo sé que a veces no somos perfectos. Tienen 2 veces moonsets, así que me imagino que como lo dije yo, estuvo correcto. Porque fácilmente tuvo que hacer que estuvo bien así. Bueno, compañeros, les comentaba en inglés de que por el momento no hay nada de qué preocuparse, ni una tormenta, ni un huracán que nos presente alguna amenaza. Sí, ahí está Gord por el Atlántico, ya es un huracán, pero está puesto para ir más al norte, yendo al norte a 12 millas por hora, pero lo cual lo va a llevar al océano Atlántico, en el pleno medio océano, y donde va a disiparse, porque ahí pues las aguas son bastante frías y ya no va a tener la fuerza del mar caliente para mantenerlo vivo. Pero para aquellos intereses marítimos, es más, barcos en esas áreas sí les va a causar un poquito de problema porque les va a causar olas fuertes. A nosotros nada, porque está aproximadamente 1,500, 2,000 millas de nosotros. Pero, tenemos que estar, como siempre decimos, el ojo al Cristo, porque hay 2 sistemas que uno está puesto para subir sobre el Caribe y el otro está puesto para entrar al Caribe y venir por nuestra área. Pero ya es muy temprano para decir, porque ni siquiera sabemos si es que cuando del viernes va a existir este mal tiempo, porque todavía no es ni una depresión, simplemente es una ola, es una agrupación de nubes y de una tormentita pequeña, ¿ok? Que pudiera desarrollar en algo más. Pero al momento nada de que preocuparse, compañeros, pero como les digo, les vamos a estar manteniendo al día con esto para que podamos mantenernos. Porque recordando, compañeros, que como nos vamos acercando al mes de septiembre, es cuando más probabilidad tenemos de tener huracanes. Octubre también, especialmente octubre. Septiembre, octubre. Noviembre también, pero no hemos tenido tantos índices, aunque hemos tenido el famoso huracán del 42 que cayó aquí en Belice en noviembre. Y tenemos otros también. Compañeros, Tenemos que dar las gracias a Michael Jordan, ¿es Michael Jordan? Sí, Michael Gentle, perdón, Michael Jordan, no, ojalá. Michael Gentle y a nuestros patrocinadores, a los señores dueños de A&R, los Northern Medical, estamos hablando de Belize Sugar Industries, de la Immaculata Credit Union, Belize Tourist Board, Government of Belize Information Service, el señor Honorable Gaspar Vega, el señor German Vega, el señor Eduardo Vega, Derek Gillett, Marie Gillett, Gillett's Meat Shop. Muy buenos días todos, muy buenos días y muchas gracias por su patrocinio. Compañeros, cuando son las 7:20, vamos a una pausa. Estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios. Vamos a esa pausa.
I love my Digicel 4G LTE data. Between work and school, I have to multitask to keep up. When I'm on the move, I have everything I need no matter where I go. Whether it's research for school, emails for work, or Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube while on those long bus rides, Digicel 4G LTE got me covered. Digicel 4G LTE's nationwide coverage is exactly what I need to get me where I'm going. They're truly the bigger, better network.
I'm about to hit you with the work, boy.
The bigger, better network. Digicel.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get bopped.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Man, this 4G LTE really got me confused. Can you figure out how to buy my data?
Yeah, I know, right? And my name to work as fast as I may expect it.
Man, listen guys, there's nothing complicated about Digicel 4G LTE. In fact, Digicel just made it easier to buy data. All you need to do is send a text message to 400. And in the body of the text, type the amount of data you'd like to buy. That's all. And you, focus your phone. You'd never get 4G LTE from this 2G bucket. You also need to have an APN. Why go down to a BTL office and get yourself a Digicel 4G LTE capable device. And until then, you will feel the rush.
Now who is Balea, boy? Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The Philip Goulton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goulton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross-section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing. The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
A&R Stores Countrywide announced the arrival of name brand school bags in all colors, design, and sizes. Stationery supplies, composition books, lunch bags, laptops, tablets, watches, and everything else you will need for this new school year. So take time out and have your pick out of the largest variety of durable school bags in the country. They are also pleased to announce the arrival of a wide assortment of housewares like Sterilite plastic containers in different sizes, glassware, kitchen utensils, cooking pots and pans, and beautiful floral arrangements. And if you need to redo your bathroom or your bedroom, visit them for the most beautiful bath mat sets, ready-made curtains in beautiful colors and designs, lights and mirrors, bed sheets for twin, full, queen, and king-size beds, plus comfortable pillows and beautiful comforters to match. And best of all, it is always the excellent service and the low prices that make the difference at A&R. So come visit our stores in Orange Walk, Corozal, Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio, and now in Dangriga for the best in housewares and school supplies at the guaranteed best prices in town. A&R, where our prices make the difference.
And today I'm joined, as always, by my good friend, Mr. Robert Checky Usher. Welcome, Checky. Good morning and welcome to the show. Above all, how are you doing?
Not good.
Not good?
No, not good.
We're gonna.
I will tell you after the show.
You tell me after the show. Well, I hope it's something that is manageable.
That's why you see I arrived a little late this morning.
Okay, all right.
Not good, but I know I have my responsibility to be here, and I know you cannot be here alone, so I make that extra effort to be here.
Well, thank you very much for that, and I hope that whatever problems we all we're going through, that God gives us the strength, the fortitude to be able to deal with that.
I know the fight, because I can't fight. If I'm in the fight, I don't dead, because I can't fight. I don't know.
Yes.
But we are here on this lovely, beautiful morning, this lovely, beautiful day, Emmanuel. And man, by now, people supposed to really know what's the position and all the different things that our police departments are involved in right now. How much then they go? Well, this is not comic relief, you know. This is not Jughead and Archie.
Why? Go ahead. I have a right to laugh.
But there were a lot.
I know.
There were very lot, starting from right here at Corozal, you know, right here at Corozal with this specimen that was allegedly taken out and maybe carrying back on next one. Some kind of test
that all sounds deja vu to me. How many times hasn't that occurred in the past?
Yeah. But you know what? Like somebody may tell me yesterday, he said, but why now, since Aragon, the Minister of Police, they have so much thing that happen now. But I tell them, maybe they just start to catch up on them.
Thank you.
Right?
Yes, one certainly doesn't have to do with the other.
Yeah.
As if Mr. Aragon is promoting it. Hell no.
Maybe they just get stricter now, and then they catch up on their people who
It's
have
been going on all the while, or maybe it's just a coincidence. We don't know, but I'm sure that Mr. Aragon would never condone that type of activity.
Yeah, so that's what I told him. I said, maybe things more stiffer now, maybe things more tighter, and these things have been happening over and over.
But above all, who dared ask you that question? Because
well,
that's really a silly question.
I know. That just like
straight up.
That just like one time Howell Gana Belmopan. When Howell Gana Belmopan, some people, but these are the opposition, they say, man, fan, since Howell Koyan watch so much things that happen at Belmopan now, so much things ever they happen. Serious, you know? When I began at San Ignacio and play one time, they said since Howell did at Belmopan, like so much things that happen at Belmopan and surrounding areas, there are things that never they happen. But I tell this man come in and this man they discover the things that were they happen. Maybe things where they happen and he never made look into, he never has been reported. You understand? And I don't know about them. I see coming out of Belmopan, to me, I believe that Mr. Howell Gillett is doing a great job. You saw some of the reports coming out from Belmopan, right? A lot of things that happen, but then the things are reported because the police is there to embrace these things that is happening, and then they have to act on it. That's why you hear their reports come out. But sometimes nothing happens, so you don't hear no reports. You understand?
Yes.
That's just the way some people think, you know, Emmanuel, or the way people that want to make you look on it in a kind of way.
You see, everything is turned political these days, but I think that above all, it talks about the person. It certainly doesn't say anything about Mr. Aragon, but it certainly says something about the person who made the comment.
Right, yeah. But
because he should know that what doesn't do with the other. So it's born out of political, what would I call it?
You call it mischief?
Political mischief, yes. Or even, perhaps I would tell you, fanatism.
Yeah.
And just for the sake of, see, I tell you, no I vote for the, see, this sounds like a lot of people, you know?
Yeah. Well,
but I think that we should go beyond that, ladies and gentlemen. We are done big people. We should go beyond that and go like, pero vamos a analizar esta cosa. Vamos a analizarlo bien. ¿Será que uno tiene que ver el otro? Y sentido común te va a decir que no.
Yeah, because check like this one happened at Corozal. This one happened at Corozal, like this the evidence this man may look to try destroy. You know? And then it sound like the specimen was taken out and then we tried deposit one different one in there. The way I hear the story, you know. But the thing is that when they have to try deposit the other one in there, then they may wait for her. You know? I don't know if it sounded the same way to you.
Yeah. We're talking here about this man, whatever his man is. Hold on, let me get to that.
But he's an officer.
Monima.
Yeah, that's the man right there.
Monima. Okay. I will just quickly say, and while that looks like a public fumble, the police has a few other embarrassments that they must manage. And what it was referring to earlier was the Castro sons situation. That one minute they said, yeah, they pointed fingers at Mr. Castro's son, And then at the other moment, they say, cannot be involved. And now all of a sudden they say, all right, we have to point fingers at this man again. So it was a fumble.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what it was referring to. The latest happened in Corozal, where a police officer is being accused of tampering with evidence. Ladies and gentlemen, let us be open about this. How many times haven't we heard this happen? Privately, we have heard about it. That such and such and such a person paid $2,000 to this person for the destruction of the file. And the file was never, the case was never brought up, because when the case was supposed to be brought up to court, the police had to very simply say, no case submission, and sorry, but we have lost the files.
Or sometimes they say,
or they lost the evidence.
Or sometimes the accused go to court and the police say, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I don't got all my evidence together.
And it never happens. And it never happens.
You remember
how many times hasn't this happened? One more time, but just that now, like you correctly said, they're being caught.
Yeah, it's a red-handed.
A police corporal reported to his boss that around 4:30 p.m. on Thursday, he placed a urine sample he collected from a defendant in a special refrigerator at the Corozal Police Station's traffic office. The urine sample was supposed to have been used in the prosecution of an alcohol-related offense. Obviously, somebody must have gotten into an accident,
and that's a serious
supposed to be under the influence, and the only way you can determine if the person was under the influence was by extracting a urine sample.
Yeah.
The urine sample was taken from the individual and taken to the police station.
And driving under influence is a serious offense.
Right. He returned about half hour later only to find out that the sample, went missing. He's not there.
He gone.
Along with the chain of custody forms for it. He began making checks on all the officers who were around at the time. That's when he found out that Constable Ismail Monima, an officer attached to the Corozal police station, was in the office at the time. At around 8 the next morning, Monima handed over the missing specimen to a co-worker, and within a day the police arrested and charged him with perverting the course of justice. In this case, ladies and gentlemen, he admitted by returning the sample that he was the one who took it.
That evidence right there.
What if he hadn't? Well, it must be that all the evidence was pointing to him, and there was no way for him, so he knew that he had been seen. He knew that the other people knew that he was guilty. So the only way to deal with it, rather than seeking comfort in the fact that then I must say no, man, so I'm going to think conveniently and stick my head in the sand like an ostrich and think that they don't know, whilst you damn well know they know.
Yeah.
Okay? That was a serious offense for him to remove it. So he is being accused of abusing public trust in an attempt to destroy evidence.
Yeah, that's why, Manuel, that's why a lot of people say, me afraid to talk to the police, me afraid to tell police thing, because I get in trouble. And you see they got some in there where are just like that, and they laugh up front of you. And when you look, you see the things there, when they get themselves involved in it. And like you say, man, and like we mentioned that these things have been happening over and over and over, Emmanuel, but someday you will be caught, you know.
That's right.
You know, so I want to commend the officer who look into this and laid that charge on this next officer. And I hear the officer from Corozal talk too.
Let me see. But first, let me give you the verbatim the commentary that ACP Chester Williams, who is the officer in charge of the Professional Standards Branch, the commentary that he gave. He says, a corporal of police in Corozal reported that on August 10th that he had conducted an operation within Corozal in which he had arrested a male person for an alcohol-related offense. as a result of which urine sample was obtained from the individual so as to ascertain the level of alcohol content the person may have had. That sample was placed in a refrigerator in the traffic office around 5 a.m. on the 10th. Around 5 p.m. on the said day, the copper went to make checks in the refrigerator and discovered that the urine sample was missing from the refrigerator. Now, first thing comes to mind is, why 12 hours later he would go check? Why would it be, can it be that this kind of thing, and this is just me, if he put in the sample and the refrigerator at 5 o'clock, why couldn't he have had people follow up on the case and during the course of the day at 8, 9, send over the sample over to whichever laboratory?
Yeah, because
why not waste an entire day? Okay? That's the first thing comes to mind. Because it says until 5 o'clock. So the thing was, the sample was sitting right there in the refrigerator for 12 hours.
Yeah, something was behind it.
Okay? Something, but we don't know. So, Copper went to make checks to discover the urine sample was missing. He immediately reported the matter to his superior, who then reported the matter to my office, and investigations launched into the matter. During the course of the investigation, statements are obtained from persons within the police station who have seen PC Moneyma inside the traffic office searching just prior to the sample going missing. On August 11th, about 7:50 a.m., thereabout, PC Moneyma returned the urine sample to another corporal, as a result of which he was later arrested and charged with the crime of perverting. From a police standpoint, the Commissioner of Police have also echoed it, that when it comes to police corruption, that will not be tolerated in any shape or form. Ay, 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 ay.
Continue to read, by.
Ay, 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 ay. And conduct like these are basically how the police public trust and confidence in the department to be able to properly investigate and bring in people to justice. And so, yes, we look at this as a very serious matter. Hence the reason why the officer in question was dealt with rather swiftly. Because we need the others to get the message that when it comes to things like this, we are not going to hesitate to deal with our own to ensure that we maintain a certain degree of trust and confidence in the public. Because after all, perception is a funny thing, and we want to be able to remove any perception that we're here. Well, you have to do a hell of a lot more than just following up on this urine case. Believe me, Chester Williams. Okay. The officer in charge of police in Corozal is Superintendent Synchris Martinez, a rather young-looking fellow, if you ask me. He says, yes, we did arrest individuals from San Joaquin Village in respect to keeping firearm while under influence of alcohol. So my advice to all firearm license holders, you want to go and take a drink, or you're going to any bar, my advice for you is to leave your firearm at home and don't take it along with you, because as long as police finds you under the influence, you'll have your firearm, you'll be arrested and charged likewise. Notice the commentary he did. He was very simply telling the people, if on your God take drinks, make sure on your left on your gone home.
If you're going home.
Rather than addressing the situation about one of the people who works under him, Moneyma. Maybe he didn't want to, maybe on purpose he avoided the issue, but thing happened.
So it could probably be that this person that was caught, when I take the urine test from, it could probably be the same person. Maybe somebody made a drink and they had them gone.
Oh, but this is clearly what is being said.
Okay.
The person was arrested, and the person was drinking and had a gun.
So either
but the person who had been arrested, they took a urine sample of him, okay, to determine the level of. But this person may, I was alleged to be in cahoots with the police constable Moneyma, and to get the evidence out of the office. You follow me? And maybe put another one in there. I don't know. You follow me?
Yes, yes.
But he was seen. You follow me?
He was caught.
He was caught. And the thing is that he took it back.
Carry it back. Bring it back, boy.
Man, then don't know you take it. You'd have said the best thing is to do is to take it back. But when the very fact that you took it back puts you as a liar and as and does everything else that you have been accused of. You understand me?
Yeah, but then so that one good advice to the people like that and gonna go drink. Maybe that thing in the application when I get it to the manual, but some people they just try to write there, and they don't read the rules and regulations and then things there. You know, so if you got your gun, even if you're licensed, you can't go drink boat and got a gun with you. Because if they catch you under the influence,
if they catch you, that's not a thing. If you use it and kill somebody and you're under the influence of alcohol or drugs or whatever, you no claim say that you were not aware, or and then you begin to fabricate all the stories about how you may think this and you may think that. And you never know the thing may fall, and that you may think that you may pull out the cartridge, but that one.
But all of them, I may think and I may never know that they're not in the law book, so the judge never listen to you. But in the text, Emmanuel, say that good morning. It's a pity and a shame about the wrong things the police are doing, but I believe it's because they accept anybody to join the force. They should do a good screening of their background.
That's a good comment. That's an excellent comment. Because I don't know. I'm not going to be throwing stones and casting aspersions on the police department at this moment. But I do believe that it's a well-known fact that police officers, the police system, in order to pull in people who are studied in forensics, who are studied in law, who are studied and will make the best officers, who are well paid for doing the job. The police department will need to lift its standards and pay these people the commensurate amount of money that they are supposed to be earning. Yeah. But no. You come out as Thailand 6, and if you're 18 and you're tall, come join the police force.
Yep.
How can you expect this person to do a good job who can't even write a decent report? Who all he is, and good Lord, all he wants to do is to get out of where he lives. And he has been given a baton and a gun in his waist, and now he feels that he owns the world.
Yep. Remember what the alleged case?
I'm not telling this is the universal thing, but I know of a couple of policemen who have told me so. You say, I'm glad I come out of where I live, and now I'm somebody. Yes, you're somebody, but you know, all of us are somebody. But you have to stick within the law and act accordingly. And don't believe that because you are a police officer, you can do anything you want.
Yeah, remember the alleged case of Mr. Vera from the forensic department? He still can't get bail yet.
Really?
Yeah, he still don't get bail yet. He applied for bail, I think, 2 or 3 times and still can't get bail yet. But somebody said 0. So, some people say 0, that's 0 and 0 and nothing. But 0 other than, because if you got 300 and add the next 0 behind it, that's 3,000, right? So we'll take one break.
We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
The new Belize City Civic Center is taking shape at the foot of the Belkan Bridge and is expected to be completed by December 2017. This multi-purpose mega facility will boast an air-conditioned interior with a seating capacity of 4,500, a FIBA-certified wooden main court and 3 practice courts, offices, media boxes, and multiple locker rooms, another basketball court with 24-hour access to the public, and parking for 200 vehicles. This $34 million investment highlights a new era of world-class sporting infrastructure for the entire country of Belize. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Tienes 8 cilindros. Eres adrenalina disfrazada de aleación de aluminio a 8000 revoluciones por minuto.
Así como así. ¿Será el cigüeñal?
Una limpieza de inyectores y un cambio de aceite. Vas a correr con libertad, campeón.
Los que entendemos al motor como si tuviera voz, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Ahora distribuido por German Vega & Sons. Búsquelo en su tienda favorita.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar-cured ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Northern Medical Specialty Plaza has been offering excellent health services since its inception in 2000. Today you can enjoy a wide range of medical services through our experienced doctors and dedicated friendly staff. No need to go to Belize City or Chetumal. Introducing our new state-of-the-art CT Scan 16 slice, now available at Northern Medical Specialty Plaza in high-definition technology, computerized tomography. Also available, ultrasound 4D scan, which shows moving 3D images of your baby. We also provide services such as mammograms, X-ray, clean and safe nursery, certified pharmacist, operating facilities, our 24 hours emergency and hospitalization, high technology research facilities. Our motto has always been to serve our community with compassion, quality, and affordable medical services. Specialists devoted to serve you. Visit us today at Orchid Drive in Orange Rock Town or call us at 302-3708. Northern Medical Specialty Plaza. Your health is our priority.
Buster. They see you and how you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just about right away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Hemos estado hablando acerca de los eventos de última hora que se han estado reportando en contra de la policía. Y si estuviste escuchando las noticias ayer, era acerca de aquel policía en Corozal que se quitó la evidencia, y luego entonces que otro policía no sé a dónde, que estuvo envuelto en esto, otra policía en otro, estuvo envuelto en otra cosa, y todo era, en vez de estar reportando que la policía estuvo haciendo cosas positivas, se reportó acerca de que la misma policía estaba envuelto en ciertas cosas corruptas dentro de nuestra comunidad. Y hasta hubo un comentario tonto diciendo de que desde que el señor Elodio Ragón entró, de que estas cosas están sucediendo. Ese fue un comentario tonto y bajo. ¿Ok? Y ahí lo dejamos.
Right, yeah, now elaborate on that.
Exactly.
What am I tell you about the zero of 300 to 3,000?
Tell me about that.
They had a situation in Paine, right, Punta Gorda, about a lady that was driving her motor vehicle. And according to what I get to understand is that the insurance on the motor vehicle was expired. And she was taken in to the police station in that municipality. I understand when I reached the police station, it sounded like something come up and I want to make one deal. So she was afraid that her vehicle would be pounded at the police station, impounded at the police station. So I understand from what I gathered is that one of the police officer asked her if you want to make one deal. I know exactly what deal, but if you want to work out something, you know how the crooked things they go. He said, you could drop your hand and we can make you go with the vehicle. So they said, how much? The lady said, how much? Or they asked her how much you could pay. She said, well, I could pay 300. You never have the 300 pana. They make you go on, they allow her to go to the bank and get out the $300. And the lady come and they give her the $300. And then they tell the lady, all right, you forgo your vehicle. But what the lady did,
went over to the
officer in charge.
I heard this happened recently.
Yes, right here over the weekend at the formation in PG. And he explained to her what happened. And the officer did what he had to do, and then gone to the police station and they find the man with the money. The man had the $300. So, what? They got a court. I believe it's two of them. They got a court, and out of that $300, they got a bill of $3,000.
So the police, the magistrate added on a zero.
Yeah, a zero.
So that explains your comment a while ago that says 0 to 0, 0, but if you put it behind on 300, that's 3,000. 3,000.
You get it?
One of the miracles of the numbers zero.
But the man, check. I mean, it's tough for the things that happen, man, because we know they really have some good police by, and some and they just make the
There are really good policemen, really good.
You will sacrifice your career for $300?
Hell no.
I mean, I guess the lady she still get a lead charge because you know.
Because she was driving without whatever.
But what do you think about what she did?
Well, she could have easily gone home,
pay $300,
$300, and run like a thief.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened, and no said nothing.
Yeah.
What prompted her to go to the officer in charge? Well, obviously, she felt hard in losing her $300. Either that, or she was vehemently against the concept of the policeman going with her money or accepting. But she either played them because she was the one who allegedly offered the money. So she was attempting to bribe an individual. The point is that you could attempt and attempt and attempt, but if the person does not take it, you know, I mean, the attempt constitutes a bribe, an offense, but it turns completely different when the person accepts the bribe.
Yeah.
And if it's somebody from authority, then the onus of the charge falls on him for accepting it.
Yep, true.
Albeit the fact that you are the one who offered. So it'd be, so the person who offered also be charged?
Yeah, because for that person they offer you that a bribery, so you could drop a charge right there for that. You know, but maybe a lady must say, okay, I not lose my $300, or all right, this time I break for my guy deal it, you know.
Or maybe just never liked the person and said, tell them, me and catch you.
Yeah. But you see how things happen, Emmanuel?
I think at the end of the day, money talks and BS walks. You understand me?
That's why I
Couldn't
mentioned.
tell you straighter.
That's why I mentioned earlier, Emmanuel, when this thing happened at Corozal, a lot of these things have been happening, you know. But at the time, it take long for make them catch up on the thing and catch them people. Maybe this thing incident happened at PG, maybe it has been happening already. But then this lady got make a report.
El dinero hace que hasta el perro se ría.
Dice que la plata hace que el mono baila.
El mono baila también. Sí, señor. Sí, señor. Y cuando dices, hasta te ríes, y en chino te ríes. Hasta ese extento.
Chinaman dance.
Juro.
Yeah, but
así que tenemos un problema como comunidad, como sociedad, que estamos buscando valores y reemplazando nuestros valores con valores mundanos, con valores que no son principios, pero sino simplemente son cosas pasajeras materiales, la lana. Eso es, yo creo, mi explicación para todo esto. Es un reflejo no solo en la policía, pero como de nosotros como una comunidad. Cada uno tiene su problemita. Yo tengo mi problema. Yo he tenido mi problema. Tal y tal tiene su problema. Tal y tal tiene su problema. Lo uno es todo. Somos una comunidad, somos una sociedad.
But don't choose the wrong things to solve your problem. Right?
Ok, correctamente.
So
pero,
that
como te digo,
300
correcto, exactamente.
Never work.
Exactamente. Y no es que sea que porque es policía, sino porque es un reflejo de quiénes somos como una comunidad. Los problemas estos existen tanto en la policía como en nosotros mismos. Así que no es porque es policía. Es porque es policía porque esperas que ese individuo mantenga la ley. Pero si tú no estás dispuesto a cambiar, ¿por qué estás dispuesto a apuntar el dedo a otra persona? Claro, esa persona se ha puesto, se ha puesto para defender la ley y para llevar a todos que están haciendo un mal a otros a la corte y presionarlos y llevarlos a la cárcel y tal y tal y tal. Así que es particularmente agudo cuando esa persona lo hace y está mal.
Yeah. Remember that city one time Emmanuel Chester had to call back one case when they began a case and they said they're not ready and they don't got the evidence.
This was the case with the old man with the beat up.
Yes. Mr. Carr, no? Yeah.
I don't remember right too well. But, compañeros, como sociedad, como comunidad, estamos yendo mal.
Yeah. And you mentioned about the money. The money make the dog sing, it make the Chinese man dance, it make the monkey dance. check this out. We reported yesterday about the robbery in Spanish Lookout, Emmanuel.
Well, my point of view here is that, well, we know that it's an internal thing.
Right, so.
But it has to be that the management of that particular business became quite involved in this thing.
Yeah, because they have different branches, right? So the owner cannot be at all the branches.
But the management became quite involved in this thing. And the police left everything and dealt with them.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
And they managed to catch the culprit. So you have Richard Rosado, who is the officer in charge of Cayo Police, saying the money and the suspect was detained in Billy White.
That
you know where Billy White is?
That's not too far from Spanish Lookout. That's some of the adjacent.
Right, right. If you take from Santa Familia, if you take, right. If you go to Spanish Lookout through the back.
Yeah, you can go through the back too.
Right?
Yeah, that's through the Bully Tree and Santa Familia area.
Bully Tree area, right. Then you will find a village called Billy White. He said, the feeling I cannot express knowing that the community supports you and the calls that keep coming in, and we are truly happy for them. It's rare that you hear a burglary case and all the money is recovered. He will be arraigned today, but more arrests will follow. So the person was caught red-handed.
With the money?
With the money. And they lived at Billy White.
And he's an employee?
He's an employee.
So the only one
reported to be an employee.
Only one person they have so far.
Only, but they say that more arrests may follow.
Yeah.
But needs to have been, needs to have had more corroboration from other people.
Yeah, that's not a one-man job. That's not a one-man job. But then nothing was mentioned about the security cameras, right? If they were working, nothing at all was mentioned about that, right? If they have security footage, if security.
Well, that's internal office, so I don't know anything about cameras or so forth. But this is a big business. Caribbean Tires is a huge business.
Yeah. But like you said, I might have some more deeper inside connection than that one, right?
Yes. So, well, we also have information, and that's not about Superintendent Dinsdale that is on leave.
Is this a pharmaceutical case, no? Why?
Again, a police officer. I'm telling you, yesterday was a disappointment to listen to the news. Big disappointment to listen to the news. It says we had they asked Commissioner Williams about the other case involving police officers. He said, and 10 days ago we were commenting about how Superintendent Daisy Thompson was caught by customs in Arenal with contraband. A superintendent of police caught with contraband pharmaceuticals. A big man like that being caught with contraband in Arenal?
Arenal, that the village adjacent to Guatemala, no?
Arenal is the village that is in the south of Benque. You have to take a road, and half of it there at Benque, half of it in Belize, and half of it is in Guatemala.
Football field?
Football field, half of it there at Guatemala, half there in Belize.
So when you score a goal, and Belize score a goal, you say score a goal in Guatemala?
Yes, you can say that.
Guatemala say a
yes, you can say
goal in Belize.
Yes, you can say that. But it's a community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Chester said the matter involving Superintendent Thompson is still an investigation by his office, Mr. Chester. He says we have recorded a number of statements in respect of that matter, and we are still awaiting a couple more reports from Customs and the Ministry of Health Inspectorate's office, and the file is currently being prepared for onward submission to the CEO and the Ministry of Home Affairs. As you will know, that the nature of the complaint against Mr. Thompson is one, him being a senior officer.
He's a superintendent.
The rules of disciplining him is different than that of a junior officer. And one of the rules clearly stipulates the chief executive officer shall write Mr. Thompson, and in terms of what we call a notice of complaint, and give him an opportunity to respond to that letter. Very simply because he is not a junior officer. He is a person who has been in the force for many, many years. and obviously has accumulated a certain amount of respect.
He's a superintendent
He's
of
a
police.
superintendent of police. You never get there because Ghana have a store of people so can buy the badge.
You have to earn that.
Thank you very much. The matter will also be reported to the Security Services Commission. The Commission will then write Mr. Thompson and ask him to show cause why disciplinary action should not be taken against him. So the process is already ongoing, and as soon as that process is completed, then it is the commission who decides, based on the evidence put forward by the commissioner and the CEO, as to whether or not disciplinary action will be taken against him. So, like I said, the process is ongoing. ACP Williams said that the relevant departments are still trying to find out the Belize market value of the contraband. That's part of the hold-up on the internal investigation.
I understand
What was Sinquest doing with contraband pharmaceuticals?
Not Sinquest.
Thompson, I'm sorry.
But I understand that the man settled the situation with the custom department already.
Yes. Yes, that's so true. That's very true.
Yeah, so then we don't know how that going from there. Remember the one with the gun to the...
But the intent was of the intent of contraband is clearly stipulated.
And pharmaceuticals.
It's clearly made clear. Clearly made clear, if that is possible.
Sugar City Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. I want to give a comment.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. You're on the air. Go ahead.
No, I believe that how the law of the land is for everybody. So if the people who are involved right now put aside the law, then it makes something like a mockery of our law. It makes something like joke out of it. And then it doesn't make it appear to the public that we have justice for everybody. It makes it appear like if we have a selected few who can do nonsense, get into crime, and then just get away with it. So people out here would think that how those who are condoning it should also be charged for condoning these kinds of things, because then the public is aware that how there is a culture of this kind of thing going on, and the more it is, the worse it makes the name for the government. So you don't feel good about the government afterwards. I think that how it should be processed rather than say, oh, he has settled it out of work. No. But he had committed already a crime. If it would have been another poor man, that poor man would have been sitting down in jail, waiting for the adjournment date to come, and his family pining away because probably that would have been the only thing you...
So true. Thank you. So true.
I mean, thank you very much.
You are so welcome, sir. But you hit it. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Quiero saludar al señor, no sé quién es, pero decirle que su comentario está en punto aquí.
So, what is good for the goose?
What is good for the goose is good for the gander. But if I'm or me or you, when I'm there right there, the pine way.
You think so?
Just like the man said.
Yeah, but according to in the police department, they got different ways to go through discipline.
Oh, but I understand that. I understand that there must be some sort of treatment. I wouldn't call it preferential treatment, because remember, but some sort of treatment. But the point is that this is a superintendent of police. Am I not right?
That's right.
There are only three levels of police higher than that, which is the senior superintendent, which is still within the bracket of a senior superintendent. Okay? Senior superintendent. Then you have the assistant commissioner of police.
Then you go to top.
And then you go, that is commissioner.
So you're
very high post. Something like this is not expected of a superintendent of police.
Yeah. And I don't like him. I don't like them bring beer and cigarette and the pharmaceutical things and then...
Thank you. Which we know already that the pharmaceuticals are going, the importation of pharmaceuticals are going through a stringent process. Because at the end of the day, every time Dick and Harry want to bring in pills for the Ministry of Health, and it turns out that it's alleged that some people were bringing in substandard medicine to the Ministry of Health. And they were importing from China and from India lots of substandard medicines and equipment because they were cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Not only generic, but good Lord, they found out at one time that one of the pills in China consisted of something like similar to white marl. What was in the pills? Because it was so expert, they produced so much pills that, you know, they found out that they were of way below acceptable levels. I mean, it is completely unacceptable. Not acceptable levels, unacceptable levels.
One specialist told us one time with Josh situation, Emmanuel, he said, I give you this prescription, but not buy the generic one. Make sure you get this one, because the generic one won't work.
Exactly.
And instead, if you know, might just not work, but it might just worsen the situation.
Thank you.
So if I have to go with a Belize or with a Benke or where I have to go for bite, I go and make sure I get
Right.
the original.
So, what happens is that they could put something on the label and say that it's saying dextromethasone or what name, and it turns out that maybe it is not. And you try find out from the company who produces it in India or in China or wherever, and it turns out that you will never be able to find the company because the company does not exist, ladies and gentlemen. So the Ministry of Health has had to put in strict controls in the importation, because at one time you go bring in your goods, you go to customs, you make it what you call it, custom stamping, you put in what you call it, and that's it. The Ministry of Health says no.
No more.
Bring in that entry to me so I can verify that whatever you bring in is of the quality that we want.
Yeah, it has to be up to standards.
So now, particularly situation here where it's alleged that he was bringing in without customs inspection, without Ministry of Health inspection.
And I believe those things, it's not only to bring through customs, I believe you have to have a import permit to bring those in as well, right?
Well, that's what the Ministry of Health importation thing comes in. Because you can't bring in stuff without getting an okay from the Ministry of Health.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yep. I say I am watching the show. That can't happen here in our police in Orange Walk, because we are allowed to make extra at these shops and pay our taxes since we don't get overtime like government agency. Good morning. All right, so.
Can you repeat the comment? That would not happen here.
He said, I am watching the show. He said that can't happen here with our police.
Thank you very much.
In Orange Walk, because we are allowed to make extra stop at these shops and pay our taxes since we don't get overtime like other government agency. Oh, I think I refer to that. They work at some of the police, they work at some of the shop. So they could see what happened there. Right?
In other words, you make a little bit extra money as well.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for that comment, sir.
Very good, very interesting.
Thank you very much for that comment. And we're comforted by that information.
Yeah, very good. And some people might wonder, ¿por qué ellos están hablando sobre la policía?
¿Por qué tú crees?
No, so people might feel like, we just attack, but they're not facts. I would mention it because we need to mention, like what I said a while ago. When there things happen, we need to know about it, because why go through the
Y no estamos hablando acerca de la fuerza de policía, estamos hablando acerca de ciertos individuos dentro de la fuerza de policía que están actuando de una forma incorrecta.
Last week.
Porque por lo general sería yo el último de hablar mal acerca de la policía, porque yo tengo por decir, tengo mucha confianza en la policía.
Yeah.
Por decir que si los llamas están ahí y van a atender, pero hay ciertos elementos, compañeros dentro de la policía que les vale. Y solo están ahí por las razones incorrectas. A ver cómo joden.
Yeah, we see
La
their vigilantes around town a lot, Emmanuel, which is good, you know. You know, they have some business places where the police go check and assign a register and say we were here a certain time of the day. We can check in and make sure things that happen. Just last week we reported on the officer, I think it's some Franklin, that was caught with a gun, firearm coming in, which is registered in Guatemala.
Emmanuel, the contraband firearms, man. If the gun registered at Guatemala, he bring it in, that means that he's the new owner. Nobody will lend you one gun. Hello?
Yeah.
You understand me?
That's right, yeah. So, they have good things, man, because we always say that they have the police officers of the month when they come up to do the right thing. You know, you do the right thing, I'll get a lease certificate and things like that, but then they got someone there where things don't work out too good, man. Understand?
So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's 20 minutes after 8 o'clock. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you after these messages. Let's take a break.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
I love my Digicel 4G LTE data. Between work and school, I have to multitask to keep up. When I'm on the move, I have everything I need no matter where I go. Whether it's research for school, emails for work, or Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube while on those long bus rides, Digicel 4G LTE got me covered. Digicel 4G LTE's nationwide coverage is exactly what I need to get me where I'm going. They're truly the bigger, better network.
I'm about to hit you with the work, boy.
The bigger, better network. Digicel.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get bopped.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Man, this 4G LTE really got me confused. Can you figure out how to buy my data?
Yeah, I know, right? And my name to work as fast as I may expect it.
Man, listen guys, it's nothing complicated about Digicel 4G LTE. In fact, Digicel just made it easier to buy data. All you need to do is send a text message to 400. And in the body of the text, type the amount of data you'd like to buy. That's all. And you, focus your phone. You'd never get 4G LTE from this 2G bucket. You also need to have an APN. Why go down to a BTL office and get yourself a Digicel 4G LTE capable device. And until then, you will feel the rush.
Now who this balaya by?
Getting jiggy with it. Getting jiggy with it.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The Philip Goulton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goulton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross-section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing. The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Hemos estado hablando en realidad acerca de, haciendo un repaso de las noticias anoche, acerca de la cierta, no solo de las noticias, pero también agregándole y poniendo en perspectiva los eventos de las noticias ayer. Porque para nosotros seleccionamos los temas de que vamos a hablar, porque en realidad yo creo que es importante que hagamos esto, para que podamos mejor entender lo que está sucediendo. ¿No es así?
That's right, yes, that's right.
Tenemos que mejor entender, porque si simplemente lo escuchaste y diste comentario de ahí lo olvidaste, pero tienes que ponerlo en contexto. Tienes que estudiarlo y ponerlo en contexto, analizarlo, como dirías. ¿Ok? ¿ok?
Make you go understand.
Exactamente, para que se pueda entender y ponerlo en perspectiva, porque fácilmente uno puede olvidarse the big picture, como dirías.
Yeah, somebody talked to me where they work at Free Zone, Emmanuel, and asked me, is it fair or if they have to take out this Free Zone pass? Because they say, I mean not the Free Zone pass, but the border crossing. Because the Free Zone pass is a different thing because you used to have to go in at the zone to show that you're an employee there, right? But then crossing the border, the department announced some months ago that they no longer will be accepting just that card that you have from the Free Zone to pass through the border. You need to take out a border permit or a border card. But then people take it for granted and say, well, they're not take out none because all the time they pass like that. But it was announced that you need to take it out. And some people just don't want to take it out, and when then they stop them at the border, then they start to reel up and...
Well, I don't know much about this case, I'll be honest with you. Así que mejor me callo la boca.
Yeah, so...
Pero una cosa te voy a decir, que si lo debes de sacar, lo debes de sacar. Hay una cierta cantidad de cumplimiento y tenemos que vivir según eso. Tenemos que cumplir con los requisitos. Si te piden traer tu, ¿cómo se llama? Y conseguir, ¿qué te cuesta conseguir tu tarjeta? Y cumplir con el requisito. Te ahorras todo el berrinche.
Yeah, true. And then just like if you're going across the border right now, some people believe that you don't need to stamp, but the law is there, so you have to stamp. If you believe it's right or it's not wrong or that's right, but
you have to comply with the law.
You have to comply with the law.
Regardless of what you think.
It ain't not the law, but until that law change, and if it change, then we have follow what the law says at that time. But right now the law is saying that you need to stamp. That's why they issue border permits, they issue border cards.
That's why I so particularly found it interesting when during the Zenaida Moya show, when the liar at the far extreme here was asked, here, there, anywhere, was asked to give his perspective. And he says very simply that we are a country of laws and regulations, and you need to abide with the laws and regulations. These are international laws that are being placed, and not just being placed because at whim and fancy, but laws that are placed after careful consideration. You understand me? So just have to live with it. I know that people are saying, but the law isn't right. Well, that's the way you think. You know, and you have a right to think that way. But we need to, and if you feel that we need to change the law, well,
advocate for it.
Advocate for it and get yourself to find signatures and do this. But how many people are willing to do that? Así que nos quedamos quejando y quejando y quejando y quejando porque el problema continúa. Y es un círculo vicioso entonces, and the law never changes.
Yeah, the law is there, folks. So even if inconvenient, you will take one half day out of it, go take out the document that you need. Do it, man. Do it. You know, because that is a law. We don't say that everybody agree with it or all will agree with it, but it's the law. Because a lot of people are agreeing on different laws in this country as well, but not a law. You know, and I know we write it. Not even the people who are in our government right now are the ones that will write the law.
Exactly.
The law they may write from so many years ago.
I understand that some laws may be outdated and need to be reviewed, but you know, then we need to be more conscious and aware of these things and know how to deal with these things. You know, create a little group and try to advocate for these things.
Yeah, and Emmanuel, also I promised that I would have looked into the situation of announcing the person.
Talk to me now.
The candidates for the United Democratic Party for the 2018 March municipal election. I spoke to someone in the group yesterday, and they told me that early tomorrow morning they will give us that information if we should announce it
when
or
they
not.
decide, okay.
Yeah, so
at this point.
Yeah, at this point. So I've did that work already. So when I get to find out tomorrow morning, I will let you all know if they are ready to announce their slate.
I guess that the whole thing is that perhaps not all 6 persons are steadfast in their commitment.
Maybe.
And that would be the reason why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hablando, tiene que ser eso. Porque si es que estás decidido y has decidido correr en política, pues te tiene que anunciar, se tiene que hacer público ese anuncio de una forma u otra, porque tú necesitas que la gente vote por ti.
Yeah.
Y si no estás evitando que la gente llegue a saber esto, entonces, ¿dónde vas?
Yeah.
¿Qué sentido tiene eso? Pero me imagino que a este punto, y vamos a respetarlo,
Yeah.
y darles hasta mañana, no es que les estemos, pedirles que a ver si para mañana tenemos esa información
Yeah,
para
but
ustedes.
that's only for the consular section, because you know that Philip de la Fuente.
That's right.
Yeah, that is public knowledge already.
And let me tell you, a lot of people are meeting the news of Philip's candidacy as very good news.
Okay.
Very good news.
Well, I know Philip doesn't know stranger when it comes to working in his community, right?
Estaba hablando con muchas personas, okay, y te dice, pues está bueno el Philip, dice, él trabajó mucho como alcalde y tal, así que, compañeros, ojalá y se logre componer un buen team para el UDP y que la información salga esta semana.
Right, so we are continue following up
Exactamente.
on that, right?
Pero lo que queremos hablar a tantito es de que durante el curso de la semana, fue la semana pasada, esta semana no me recuerdo exactamente cuándo,
Last week.
cuando el famoso Jimmy Morales estaba, y Jimmy Morales es el presidente de Guatemala.
Like the one you use, famoso.
El,
Go ahead.
sí. Ujú. Y yo no creo que una palabra, because in English you can say famous and then you can quickly turn it around to infamous. Pero no creo que tengo el lujo de poder decir eso porque es difícil, diferente en español. Pero el Jimmy Morales estaba cantando sus virtudes y hablando acerca de que la República el país de Taiwán.
Let them know who is Jimmy Morales.
Jimmy Morales es el presidente de Guatemala. El cómico. Estaba hablando en grande de que Taiwán le va a regalar $650 millones para hacer el camino que se vaya desde la ciudad de Guatemala hasta la costa atlántica. ¿Ok? Y que había recibido $650 millones americanos, o que iba a recibir. Pues compañeros, resulta que nuestro embajador aquí de Taiwán, aquí en Belice, ha hecho ciertas investigaciones y estuvo en público hablando ayer y tenemos una entrevista con él, que estuvo en las noticias ayer, donde claramente dice, que es cierto que Guatemala pidió dinero para la carretera, pero que Taiwán no le ha aprobado absolutamente nada a Guatemala. Ahora, dirías, pues ¿qué me importa que Guatemala no lo consiga o no? Pero simplemente es un reflejo del tipo de persona que es Jimmy Morales. ¿Cómo es que este hombre va a anunciar públicamente de que va a conseguir o que ya consiguió dinero si en realidad Taiwán nunca le ha prometido el dinero?
So what kind of game he didn't play?
Ajá. Eso es por qué lo hizo. ¿Será que está públicamente apoyando a Taiwán en contra de la República China, de Mainland China? Porque sabes de que vienes uno o el otro. Y uno no rompe relaciones contigo si te llevas con el otro. Y es un pleito continuo entre Taiwán y China, porque la China piensa que Taiwán le pertenece. Y Taiwán te dice, estás loco. Estás loco. Taiwán Es que hay un cuento, hay una historia cuando los líderes, los reyes, no sé cuándo, de la China se corrieron y se escondieron en Taiwán y ahí siguieron viviendo, ¿ok? Pero entonces China piensa de que tiene que Taiwán legalmente le pertenece y Taiwán dice no, nosotros we're a breakaway country.
But Taiwan is still in China?
Taiwan is an island off the coast of China.
Oh, okay. But China still the claim.
China is still claiming.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Pero
Taiwan
tiene relaciones con muchos países y China tiene relaciones con muchos países. Y los dos tienen como una competencia, por decir, a ver quién logra conseguir más apoyo. ¿Ok? Ahora, ¿será posible que el Jimmy Morales está públicamente anunciando su apoyo para Taiwán? Quizás diciéndole a China, bueno, ¿y tú, China, qué vas a hacer? A ver si China le da más.
Ya, ¿cómo? Pero no, ¿cómo?
¿Será que es un juego que está jugando? ¿Ya me entiendes?
And they announced that they may build a road in it, no?
Yes. El camino y cuando se escuchó, pues nosotros aquí diciendo, bueno, la carretera que finalmente tanto Guatemala y Inglaterra debió de haber construido y por la cual tenemos, según Guatemala, según ellos, porque no según nosotros, según Guatemala, que tenemos que el tratado de 1859 es nulo entonces tiene todo derecho Guatemala de ejercer sus derechos sobre Belice, porque el tratado de 1859 no fue llevado a cabo por la carretera que nunca se hizo. Entonces, estamos viendo de que Guatemala está anunciando de que finalmente va a conseguir su carretera de la ciudad hasta el Atlántico. Entonces dijimos, pues, ¿será posible que ahorita se va a apaciguar Guatemala? Si es que lo que quería es la carretera, no. Es un juego que está jugando este bendito hombre.
They got a referendum right there coming up.
Juego. ¿Ah?
You got a referendum right there coming up too?
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe must say, all right, if you look like we're going to build this highway, then things will be...
Política juega Guatemala.
Politics.
Política. Y tan pronto escuchas elecciones entrando en Guatemala, escuchas de nuevo el caso de Belice. Y piensan que pueden causar un ánimo en la gente para decir, ajá, vamos a seguir adelante con el caso de Belice.
Yeah.
No.
Support this man when I get Belize.
Ya no, porque la gente dice, deja a Belice vivir en paz por el amor de Dios.
So that political gimmick not work for them again over there.
Well, I'm hoping it stops working.
Because it has been working, right?
It has been working.
Big too.
Big, yes.
Yeah. Well, maybe we see how this referendum. Why? Because I understand then they get ready for a referendum sometime in September or October, no?
I don't know how well. I don't know if it will happen by then, as early as October, because if it's going to happen, then I think that they need to be informed to make an informed decision.
Yeah.
It costs them so much more money for them to do a referendum than for us to do a referendum. And if it's going to cost us $10 million to do a referendum, I'm just saying, I'm not telling you that's what it costs. If it costs us $10 million to do, it's going to cost them $200 million, because obviously it's so much bigger and with so much more population.
Yeah. Guatemala, a very big country.
You know what I mean?
And the population high. And then, Guatemala is very spread out. They got some real remote areas there where they have to get in and make sure that...
La Alta Verapaz y que esto y que el otro y que el otro y que el otro. Hay ciertas áreas en Guatemala que están 8,000, 10,000 pies de alto.
Hay unos lugares que solo tienen fincas.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning, Chucky. Good morning,
Morning.
I just want to give my comment this morning, no?
Sure.
Do you think it's going to happen in the police department I glad how it go on now. Because that thing had happened for years back. And nothing really happened about it. So I think this is a good idea that then they catch me and say, what then they do? You know, many people out there will say, oh, the government, this is... But I think this is a good thing when it happen.
Yeah.
Because that thing not just happen. It happen long time.
I agree with you 100%.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
And morning and same and best regards to you. I guess it's pretty much what we're saying all the while, right?
Yeah, because like this next text right there, so we just come in and say, well, this person had asked you something. He said, please give us a clue who more or less will contest the municipal election. Please, check it, tell Emmanuel, we know Emmanuel and tell me. You know that, no, did I, right?
Pero no se lo logro sacar este bendito hombre. ¿Eh?
This one said, morning, guys. People are saying why. This text is saying that what people are saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
It said, morning, guys. People are saying why buy a bell and light for their bike. Well, it's the law. When we were growing up, we had some bikes, but now we have 90% more bikes. Think about it.
90%, we have 200, 300% more bikes. 400, 500% more bikes. Because if we had back then, and you're right, it's in the law.
Yeah.
Why you need a bell? Because it's in the law. Why you need a light? Because it's in the law. But above all, you shouldn't be worried about because it's the law. It's because of your protection.
Lights and reflectors.
Porque si estás viniendo aquí con tu bicicleta y tan de repente ves a dos niños ahí, lo primero que quieres hacer es tocar tu campanita, ¿eh? Al decirles, estoy detrás de ustedes, muévanse de lado. Niños, tontos, muévanse de lado. ¿Eh? Pero, si no tienen la campanita, corres el riesgo de atropellarlos. Y luego entonces vamos a hablar de ti aquí en las noticias. ¿Ya me entiendes?
Yeah.
Pero, ¿y la luz? Por tu bien, hijo, por tu bien. Por tu bien, por tu propio bien. Piénsalo de esta manera. Es por tu propio bien. Para que tú veas y para que te vean. Simple.
Yep. Yeah, so Emmanuel, this Guatemala thing, so the ambassador from Taiwan that is here.
Would you like to hear the comments of the ambassador?
Yeah, what he say.
I'm just going to quickly do this.
But Guatemala, that one. That way you do. Huh? You know, some kind of technological thing this morning. I don't know.
And for the time being, I think the Taiwan faced a very tight financial situations. So it's by no means possible.
It is by no means possible
for Taiwan to afford such a big amount of money to Guatemala. I think Guatemala, when they want to show the support and the friendship from Taiwan. Probably, I think everyone needs friends, so they want to just make big things of Taiwan's donation.
Okay, lo digo claro. They are facing a financial situation, and it's impossible for them to be able to donate $650 million, which would be $1.3 billion.
And that man worked good.
Exactly.
He's the ambassador.
He's the ambassador.
He worked good, and you know what he said.
He checked with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Taiwan and tell her, thing not to go so.
But why this man announces thing like that?
Like I said, games people play.
Yeah, but then it's not this man our president.
Games people play.
Yeah, this man our president, our big nation.
And it's still games people play.
Damn.
You know what I mean? That's the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. But at the end of the day, we have a very good relationship with Taiwan. And Taiwan has donated lots and lots and lots of money and has loaned us lots and lots of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they have just donated some pharmaceutical items to the Corozal Hospital as well.
Thank you.
You know, that's
Donated about $220,000 to the Ministry of Health in Corozal. The donation will be used to provide funding to the ministry's renal failure prevention project, which has so far trained 137 medical workers in dialysis treatment. Yesterday morning, Minister and the Taiwan spoke on the importance of the project. Now,
that's Minister
Pablo Marin.
Pablo Marin.
Now, going to what we talk about. Renal failure means your kidneys stop work. Who can live with kidney failure? Nobody.
Unless you're on dialysis treatment.
Unless you are on dialysis treatment.
Some people is 3 times a week, some people is 2 times
and
a week.
If you have to shell up $200 every time you go to dialysis de Belize, my God, where you going?
$600.
$600. That's more than persons making a month.
That's like $2,400 a month, man.
Yes.
$2,400 a month.
How can, if you barely make $800,000 a month for you and your 2017 picnic, huh? How will you be able to maintain that?
Yeah. So what is donation and do now?
All right. Let's see. It says how this donation has so far trained. They have been training 137 medical workers in dialysis treatment. Now, as it is right now, for you to have a dialysis machine and so forth, you need that machine does absolutely nothing if you don't have the people trained to use that machine.
Yep.
So I could come and donate you 10 machines if you don't have the trained personnel. So training of the people is super important.
And that's not something for the practice span.
You have to know.
Yeah, that's not something for the practice span. Like if you give me your computer and I know I try to do something, I could practice that.
Now, not like you to play games with it.
Yeah.
You have to know. So this is where it is being spent on. Training for that. Because what is one of the biggest killers here in Belize?
Yeah.
Not only biggest killers, but people are suffering with diabetes and having to go through pains. And the clinic that Carl Houston Memorial Hospital gives is only for 15 people.
Yeah, and that jam already.
And it's difficult for getting there.
Yeah.
So if you can only offer it for 15 people, why those 15 people? Are they appointed by the minister, or is it by merit?
Or they give 15 this month, and next month, or next 15, or they share it, or they ration it out.
Oh, but the person will give 15 too and dead next month if the person needs it.
Right.
Now, a critical situation we have here with diabetes. Critical. And with the lack of treatment or the expensive nature of the treatment.
Yeah, because we have private dialysis clinics here in Belize, but like you say, we all know that they are expensive.
Caros, carísimos. Compañeros, yo estoy lleno de mucha preocupación por aquellas personas que tienen que pasar por diálisis. Porque es caro. Carísimo. Conozco individuos que tienen que andar pidiendo para ver cómo logra conseguir $200 para conseguir eso. Y esa persona no sufre diabetes. Simplemente tiene problemas con sus riñones. Ya están dejando de funcionar. ¿Ya me entiendes? Y tiene que conseguirlo 2-3 veces. Ahora, una vez por semana, pues, por la gracia de Dios lo podrías hacer. 2 veces por semana, bien difícil, compañeros, sacar $400 en una semana. Pero sacarlo para 3 veces por semana, dime,
It's almost impossible.
es virtualmente imposible por una persona que está trabajando. ¿No me entiendes?
Yeah, true, boy.
Tener que pasar por las penas, las duras penas de ir a pedir dinero. Ayúdame, ayúdame, ayúdame.
So will this donation bring any relief to that? Relief to that?
Well, I'm hoping. I'm hoping also that government, the Ministry of Health, puts in more money into this program. Because they don't know what they hear about dialysis and dialysis. They don't know, but they're running away from the expense. There are critical situation right now. Dialysis treatment. Y aquí tenemos a diálisis de Belice, pero es caro. Pero no esperas que también ellos lo hagan por gratis. Si esta gente han invertido tantos millones de dólares en su equipo y abriendo una clínica.
And the service wasn't here. So, make it much more expensive for the person have to travel. The service is here now, but it's still expensive.
It's still expensive. Pero no tiene que ser tan caro. ¿No me entiendes? No tiene que ser tan caro. Así que yo estoy simplemente tirándole al ministerio. Por favor, vean a ver cómo ayudan a esta gente. Vean a ver cómo podemos nosotros crear un programa para que Orange Walk tenga siquiera 10 o 15 personas poder yendo al Carl Hirschner. Corozal tenga cierto, abrir una clínica más grande de gobierno. ¿Ok? Pero 15 personas para todo el país. Vergüenza.
What about them people live with a PG and so on?
Vergüenza de parte del ministerio. Si me dices, habla de que no hay dinero, pues busca. Hay organizaciones que te pueden ayudar, hay países que te pueden ayudar.
Much time in a tongue, Emmanuel, meet people as if want $2, $1, then they stop to try, pick up and leave money by the bump out there and say, for dialysis treatment for one patient.
Pues es caro. Es caro. And my heart goes out to these people, and I try to help whenever I can.
Yeah, myself, I usually help when I could. But man, and you see, Manuel, this thing is not something will have one cure. So they will stay on that for the rest of their life.
So what do? Have a commitment, then come pick up $50 every week from me. How many businesses are willing to do that? How many RBs do you have?
To keep somebody alive.
Abe, thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Abe always help boy.
Great man.
That's
How many people?
That's what I see, Emmanuel. Like when we have free programs and so, we always ask the people to at least please patronize them people, man. Patronize the people who's helping your community, man. You know that people help others. You can do it, but by going to the establishment.
Pero no dejan a ellos y van a estar lejos a comprar sus partes.
Yeah, give it to the person who they give back, man.
Vamos a ver si ese te ayuda.
Yeah, because no when time you need any help too, right? But if they help somebody, man, it's just like they're helping you. So try, you don't have to give the person what they donate nothing, but at least patronize their business so they could keep up, right?
They could keep up and keep on helping you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Porque pocas personas van a sacar de su bolsa $100, toma, anda.
Yeah.
Cada semana.
That is very
Dame
rare.
$100, toma. Hasta tú lo harías.
Yeah. Well, on that note, Emmanuel, it's time for us to go. It's 2 minutes away from 9 o'clock. It has been a pleasure being here with you all this morning. I believe the information that we discussed this morning and the topics that we have discussed this morning are topic that pertains to everybody's daily lives. What is happening in our country with the department. We also touch about this robbery at Caribbean Tires with this man from Guatemala. But they say I get money and the Taiwan ambassador say you don't get nothing. You know, we don't know what games in the play, whether for him problem, whether for him issue, whether for him direction. But years to come, we are know. Because I believe he must have backfire upon this one, what his ambassador said, because the people are saying, ajá, ¿qué está diciendo? La gente de Taiwán está diciendo que Guatemala no está consiguiendo nada de dinero. ¿Por qué ese gran anuncio? But on that note,
pues yo le tengo que agradecer el trabajo de Rahim y de Morris, y también a Chequi por estar aquí, y a ustedes, compañeros, muchas gracias por su sintonía y su participación. Mañana, Dios primero, vamos a estar anunciando los nombres del Town Council. Primero Dios. ¿Ok? Mañana. Porque tenemos ya vamos a tener la confirmación oficial de los nombres, y vamos a estar anunciándolo. Ya luego no solo anunciándolo, pero vamos a estar poniendo en perspectiva para ustedes. Compañeros, agradecidos por su sintonía, y recordándoles de que este show se repite hoy por la noche a las 9, y recordándoles que de lunes a viernes aquí estamos con ustedes a las 7 de la mañana cada día, y aquí deseándoles todo lo mejor para el día de hoy. Recordándoles, si hoy es tu cumpleaños, que la pases bien. Si hoy es tu aniversario, que la pases bien también. Gente de agosto, somos muy especial. Bueno, con eso les doy las gracias y hoy me despido. Yo soy Emmanuel.
And I am Robert Checky Usher. If the good Lord so will, we shall be back tomorrow. Remember, we have the 10 to 12 show coming up right here, the music show right here on the same channel. So we say hasta mañana, pa.
Until we meet again.
Sugar City Morning Show.
I love my Digicel 4G LTE data. Between work and school, I have to multitask to keep up. When I'm on the move, I have everything I need no matter where I go. Whether it's research for school, emails for work, or Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube while on those long bus rides, Digicel 4G LTE got me covered. Digicel 4G LTE's nationwide coverage is exactly what I need to get me where I'm going. They're truly the bigger, better network.
I'm about to hit you with the work, boy. The bigger, better network. Digicel.